Grow My Cleaning Company teaches owners of cleaning companies just like you how to grow your company, make more money, and finally take charge of your financial future and your life. This podcast is about automating and creating systems that give you time and money freedom so you can grow like crazy without losing control. Since this is totally free, if you're getting tons of value, want to support us, and make sure that you get more of the good stuff, subscribe, rate, and review to this podcast today. Now, on to the show.
Hello, my name's Jered. I'm not Mike. I am Jered. So who I am, you may be confused. Who is this guy? Hopefully you saw the template beforehand that saw that Mike wasn't going to be speaking today, that this is going to be me. But I am the marketer for Mike. So I work on the back office and I do all the ads that you'll ever see, and everything that ever comes through, that's coming through me. So if you've ever been introduced to Mike, if you've ever seen an ad, if you're in his Facebook group, if you're watching this live, most likely you saw him through some sort of promotional that was taking place, and that was me. So he is at a live event, or he's traveling today. So he said to me, "Hey Jered, can you get on my live today and help me kind of gear cleaning owners on how to write headlines for their business?" So before Mike picked me up, hey Amy, before Mike picked me up, I was at an agency and I oversaw a team of ads managers. And what they would do, pretty much anytime they ever had a client that wasn't converting, they would come to me and they would say, "Hey Jered, I got someone who's not getting the results that we need. What can we do?" And usually what they do is they'd open up their back office and they'd be showing me all their techniques. And, "Oh, Jered, I'm doing this and I'm trying this and I'm trying this." And I would say, "Cut it. I need to see the ad." And they would, "Okay, sure." So then they would show me the ad. And I would say 80% of the time when we were doing that, it was the ad that was the issue. It was a headline that just didn't make sense or wasn't compelling. Imagine if you just ran a headline that said like, "Hey, we're going to squish a goldfish." Weird one that I just came up with. But you'd be like, "Yeah, I'm not super interested in that. Goodbye." And so when you're not getting the results, it's because your headline's whack. It just doesn't make sense. People don't care. And so today we're going to really break this down. How do we make headlines that we can care about? How can we do something that when someone sees it, they say, "Yes, I am interested in this and I want to pursue this," as opposed to, "Yeah, no thanks, you're just a noise kind of in the background." So you'll notice when I do, first of all, I got to say this. I've spent millions of dollars on Facebook. I have never once gone live. I've done it with Mike. I've been like a guest, but I've never done it by myself. So hopefully you don't see that in me. You don't notice that I'm a total newbie in this. So when I write my ads for you guys, for owners of cleaning companies, one of the biggest things that I make sure that I'm doing is that I'm not speaking to owners of cleaning, or I'm not speaking to cleaners. That's what I don't want. I don't want to speak to cleaners. I want to speak to owners of cleaning companies, because cleaners, they worry about techniques. They worry about products. They worry about where to get those. They worry about customers. On our end, we want you to think of your business as something that you can grow. And so if I'm talking to a cleaner, that's not going to work. But if I can talk to the business owner side of it, suddenly your mind shifts from, "Oh, yes, I am cleaning. I am doing these things too. But I also have a vision and I have a direction that I want to go." And so by us communicating to that person, we're able to say, "Hey, let's talk about revenue. Let's talk about growth. Let's talk about the techniques, the systems and processes that you need." And you're more open to have those conversations. So some advice before I jump into the 3 things that are going to help you here. I just want to give you this advice. Always remember that you are a business owner. So when you're having these communications with your clients, when you're writing headlines, when you're advertising, speak as a business owner, not as a cleaner, because cleaners are going to promote price and that they're good at cleaning. And that's what all your competitors are doing. They're promoting their price and that they're good at cleaning. You need to be able to promote that you're a business owner who's going to fulfill a need or solve a problem, because that's what business owners do. We find niches in the market and we create a solution to that. All right. So now that we have our business caps on, let's talk about this. So there are 3 formulas when kind of writing headlines, and they're each different. And so you can do one, you can do all of them, you can do 2 of them. It doesn't matter, but I'm going to give you the 3 things that are going to help you. And these are I kind of have little trademark names for them. So if you want to write them down so you remember them, I find that helps me. Exhibit A. Okay, number 1, the if then. So when we are, and this isn't just for advertising, this is for when you're having conversations, for whatever it may be. When humans communicate and understand the if then, just think about a child. If I say to a child, look, if you eat your dinner, then you get dessert. The child now knows he needs to eat his dinner before he gets dessert. There's an if then that is connected to that. So for business owners, we need to communicate that way as well. So the if needs to be the problem or pain that your client has. The then needs to be the solution to that problem. So here, let me give you an example. If people who are involved in the program, they every Tuesday, they get to spend a few hours with me, and we get to go over their headlines. We get to talk about their pains, the problems, and all this kind of stuff. And so I've heard a lot throughout the last year I've been within the company of what people are saying, some of the issues are with their clients. So like commercial, I hear a lot of that people don't like the new faces when there's a turn rate and they're just getting random people coming in. When they notice that quality drops, it goes, their cleaners may be doing really well, and then eventually, the quality starts to drop. Obviously, COVID has brought in a higher standard of cleaning and an expectancy of cleaning that needs to be hit, and so some of the cleaning companies haven't changed their process to make their current clients happy. Lack of communication is another one that I hear. And so once we kind of outline what is it that our clients are struggling with this is for commercial, with their current commercial cleaners, how can we be the solution to that? And then how do we communicate that? So words like, are you sick of? Are you done? Are you over? Those all work really well. Are you frustrated? Because you're tying into the emotion that someone's feeling. So instead of saying if you look at the title of this, it's not how to write headlines for a cleaning company or a cleaning business. It's how to write converting headlines, because you don't care about headlines, but converting headlines, that associates that you're going to make more money by writing converting headlines. And so that's something you're more willing to tune into and listen to. So let's break an example down. So let's do the communication one. So if you said, if you have cleaners who do not communicate with you, you are overpaying. That's an if right there. That's a pain. If your cleaners aren't communicating with you enough, you're overpaying. Because if you just say, if your cleaners aren't communicating with you, then click here, join us. We'll communicate with you. It's kind of like, yeah, that's a headline, but is it converting? But if you say, then you're overpaying, at that point, you've put a pain in there. Yo, man, I don't want to overpay for my cleaners. And this guy says it's because, my cleaners don't really communicate with me. Now you enter in your solution. So what's the solution? The solution has to take them, it has to make them aware of what they're going to be doing to solve that problem. So like click here to get, or fill out the form to get, and then you give a very clear solution. So instead of like, click here to work with us, that's not a clear solution to that problem, right? What you need to say is, click here to get a team of professionals who will keep you in the loop and blah, 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 right? That's what's going to do it. Because now you're going to say, oh, okay, and now by me clicking this button, I'm getting a team of professionals who are going to keep me in the loop, and something about not overpaying. I haven't thought of it, but you'd want to put that in there as well. And that's going to solve that problem. So we tend to think as just business owners, like, I want X, so my consumers need to Y. And that's not the right way to think about this. I want them to pay me to clean for them. So they need to pay me to clean for them. Instead, we need to change our mindset of, what is it that you need, consumer, and how can I give you the solution to that? All right, so that's the if then. Now we can talk about number 2, which is like the elevator pitch. Now, if you've heard of an elevator pitch before, that is essentially when someone comes into an elevator and you're going up a couple floors, you have about 30 seconds to be able to tell someone what you do. So let's do this. Imagine someone comes into the elevator and they say, I am suffering from, I don't sleep well at night. That's my problem. I don't sleep well at night. And I say, oh, great, I'm a doctor. they're going to go, good. Yeah, that's fantastic. You might be able to help me. Sure, let's have this conversation. But was that converting? Did it bring them in? No. But imagine if they came in, had that exact same problem. Hey, I got problems sleeping. And I said, oh, I'm the sleep doctor. How much more powerful I'm the sleep doctor is compared to I'm a doctor, right? Because we took their exact pain and we niched it to I'm the sleep doctor. We branded ourselves. And so you don't want to just be Joe Blow's commercial cleaning or Sally's residential cleaning. You want to have a brand, a 30-second brand, or in today's world, a 3-second brand, because social media you have 3 seconds to catch people's attention. That's something that just punches who they are. So take a second, write this down, and really think about it. If someone came into the elevator and said, I'm frustrated with my cleaners, you don't want to just say, well, I'm a commercial cleaner. You want to say, I am this type of commercial cleaner. I'm the fast commercial cleaner, whatever it may be. That's the type of, you want to put that brand of who you are. And then you kind of sprinkle that throughout your marketing, throughout your branding, so that you are a specific type of person who's going to solve a specific type of pain. So that's called the elevator pitch, and it's what everyone should have. So for example, if I just went to Mike and said, Mike, I am a social media person. I work in social media. He's going to say, fantastic. But if I said, Mike, I'm the guy that can get you I can get you 1 million followers from 0 followers. Let me rephrase that properly. I would say I can get you 0 to 1 million followers in 30 days. There you go. That's a good headline. I can get you 0 to 1 million followers in 30 days. Yo, there's a huge difference between I'm a social media marketer and I can get you 0 to 1 million followers in 30 days. I can't, but if I could, that's a great headline. So that's the difference. You'll hear the punch in that. You'll hear that this actually solves a problem. They know exactly what they're getting, and they don't have to ask more questions. If I'm the sleep doctor, you know what I do. If I can get you 0 to 1 million followers in 30 days, you know what I do. But if I'm just a commercial cleaner, you don't know what I do. If I'm just the doctor, you have an idea, but you don't know what I specialize in. All right, the last one. This is called the 3 Ps of marketing. I made these up. So this is Jered's pure content. And this is when people are in our program and they're starting to say, hey, I'm getting into advertising. I've pixeled my Facebook pages. I've created landing pages. I've figured out my niche. I know they're paying. How should I advertise this? What method should I use? I always bring up the 3 Ps to them. Here, these are the 3 directions you can go. So number 1 is the pain. So you can advertise pain. What keeps your client awake at night? And you want to word their problem as if they would word it. So for example, I always see the term peace of mind, and it drives me crazy, because what person ever says to themselves, man, I wish that the new cleaning company that I'm going to hire brings me peace of mind. They don't say it like that. Yeah, there's a term for this. They call it the birthday wish, which means when you're going to blow out your candles and that your perfect prospect is going to make a wish, how are they going to word that? They're not going to say, I wish I had peace of mind with my cleaners and blow their candles out. They're going to say, dude, I wish that these cleaners would just go away and I could get someone who's going to XYZ, blow the candles out. And that's how you want to word their pain. You want to speak directly to them and use their words to describe it. So I know Mike has talked about this a lot. I'm telling you right now, if you can really take the time and get to know the pain of your customers, get to know what it is that is frustrating to them, what it is that they don't like. For residential, why are they interested in hiring someone? What is it that they don't like to do? What is it that they're getting by hiring you? And if you can figure out the pain and the solution that you bring them, then you can fill that into the if-then. You can put that into your elevator pitch, and then you can use it to market to their pain. And boom, you've got yourself a campaign right there. The next one, problem awareness. So problem awareness is, because I feel like a lot of people, especially in the program that we currently work, they always come up with ideas like, so residential cleaners always love to target busy moms. So they'll always say in their headlines, are you a busy mom who doesn't have time to XYZ? And that's about a C headline. Because here's why. A busy mom, if you say to a busy mom, do you feel overwhelmed? She's going to say, yeah, sometimes. Yeah, maybe a lot of the time I feel overwhelmed. But you're not pressing the point. Where is it that it hurts? So it's just saying, are you overwhelmed? Yep. Or not, does it hurt here? Does it hurt here? Does it hurt here? Does it hurt here? That's what a problem awareness can help do. You can say something like, with a busy mom. Well, in fact, I've got a great story about this. There's a girl who I just met with on Tuesday, and she is in Baltimore, and she targets busy moms. And so we had a conversation. We were having this kind of conversation of, look, if you just target busy moms, you're not speaking to them. They know they're busy, but they need to know how you're going to solve this problem, and you need to relate with them more. So she ended up coming up with this campaign, and I think it's genius. She talked about how when moms come, or in this scenario, she was actually targeting busy parents who both work. That's who it was. Parents who both work. She talked about when they come home both from work, the husband tends to want to just sit in his recliner and watch football and not really care that the home is dirty. Where the spouse, the wife, kind of comes home and wants to get things cleaned up. And so she gets put into a hard position because she either has to feel like she's nagging her husband to get up and help her clean, and the husband gets in a position where he feels like he doesn't really want to do that. He's doing his wife a favor by doing this. He doesn't really want to do it himself. So there's this little problem that gets stirred up, and it's this who's in charge of the house. So she made a lead magnet that she's going to be advertising out this next week. And it gives points on how to have those conversations, how to kind of delegate what you're doing, how to create a schedule so that it's not feeling like the woman is nagging and yada, yada, yada. And then at the very end, she pitches her cleaning service. And she says, you know what, you can either A, do all the work yourself to make it so that it's going to work, or B, and then she talks to them as if they earned it. You're both working. You deserve to have someone take this off your plate. We can take this off your plate for you. And you don't have to worry about those conversations. You don't need to make the schedules. You don't need to do all this stuff. And you can have a better relationship. You can have your house clean, and you can have more time for yourself to go out and exercise or go out and do the things that you want to do. And right there, she's no longer selling a cleaning service to these people. She's selling them better relationships. She's selling them more time. She's selling them, a happier life. And so you can charge whatever you want for that, because people are willing to pay for that. If you're just saying, hey, you want this luxury of getting your house cleaned, not everyone feels that way. But hey, do you want to have a better relationship with your spouse and have more time for yourself and have a happier life? Yes. So you can bring that up. So that's a problem awareness. She starts to talk about, hey, did you know that your dirty house is actually causing more problems over here than you anticipated? And that person's going to start to unravel that and say, yes, I am seeing that. So that's a problem awareness marketing campaign. I think it's genius, and I will let you know how it does, but that's the route she's going. All right, the last one, and the 3 Ps, keep in mind it's pain, problem awareness, and the last one is promotion. Promotion is the easiest way to market, and it's what a lot of people do. So I just want to give you some advice if you're going to use promotion. Either A, put it in the front. So meaning like, when you go to the mall and everyone has their promotions, it's because they're trying to get you in the mall. And then once they're in, you don't want to just go, well, okay, well, here's your promoted item you wanted. See you later. You want to take that time in to pain, problem awareness. So that's where the steps 1 and 2 will come in, but you're using promotion just to get that initial interest in a busy market. So like if you're on Google AdWords, it's nice to offer something a little bit up front to get them to come in, and then you talk about their pain and and bring the problem awareness to them and all that kind of stuff. Oh, and then another way you can use it is on the back end. So someone comes in, you've got their pain, you've had these pain conversations, you're working, they're like, dude, I'm totally sold. The only problem is I got another guy who's a little bit cheaper who I think can do the exact same thing. That's at that time you can offer a promotion to kind of help someone, the first month, whatever, to kind of get someone. But to use it as your marketing, all right, I'm going to start an ad on Facebook. What am I going to do? I'm going to give $20 off my first clean or whatever. That just doesn't keep the long-term side of it if that's all you're doing. So promotions work. Just make sure that you have pain conversations with that so that it can connect. Okay, those are my lessons. You have your elevator pitch, you have your if then, and then you've got your 3 Ps. And if you can really sit down, take the time to do this, you'll find that it becomes easy. It'll start to flow, and content will start to flow. It becomes easier to market. It becomes easier to be able to, you'll feel more confident when you're marketing, because you're not just throwing stuff out in the dark, but you're really talking to the people. And as they come to you, they're coming to you much warmer than they would be if you just ran an ad that said, hey, I'm Jered's Commercial Cleaning. Click here to join. Instead, they're coming to you with, hey, I saw your ad and I relate with it, and I want to have this conversation with you. And you can go, great, now let's go. So they're just coming to you more qualified. So thank you for logging in. I hope that wasn't too much rambling and whatnot. And yeah, make sure you apply these methods to your business, and I can promise you'll see some results. So goodbye, everyone. Have a great day. We'll look forward to seeing you next live.
Thanks for tuning in to today's show. If you're fired up, ready to grow, and want to see if you have what it takes to work with us at Grow My Cleaning Company, here's what I want you to do right now. Go to growmycleaningcompany.com/talk. That's growmycleaningcompany.com/talk to book an appointment to speak with me personally. I'm going to jump on the phone with you to get you crystal clear on where you are now, where you want to be, and how to get you there. Don't walk around in the dark any longer. If you are serious about growing your cleaning company, it's time to finally get the systems in place that you need to grow. We've helped hundreds of owners of cleaning companies not only grow their business and their personal freedom, but give back to their community as well. If that's what you're looking for, head over to growmycleaningcompany.com/talk and book a time to talk with me personally. I can't wait to get to know you and your business.